when the basketball is played like that, it's beautiful. Everybody feels like they're a part of it. So it was great to do that in front of our crowd as well.
At the same time, you obviously controlled the offense. I mean, rebounding in general, but the offensive board is particularly. Are you happy with the way that's progressing as the season goes on? Or are you happy with the way your team is controlling the board on the offensive glass?
Well, we controlled it in this particular game. I mean, I thought Elena came out just and asserted herself, on the boards. And then it was just pretty much a trickle-down effect. Sarah came in and gave us some great minutes, getting, extra possessions for us. But, looking at, how well Ole Miss shot the ball. He shot the ball 48%, and that number is usually way down. So, that concerns us a little bit. But, we're happy to get the win. We're happy to share the basketball. We're happy to, be at a good place in some of the areas that we worked on this week. I mean, it's nice, in any team that we play in this league, we know you're not going to bury them in the first quarter. They're always going to have, an extra gear. And Ole Miss was no different in having that gear. Fortunately for us, we just, we were rolling. I mean, on both sides of the ball. I think sometimes when we made some substitution, it just took us a while to kind of impose our will on what they were doing and what they were giving us out there on the floor.
Dawn, I think I saw Elena playing high up in a zone defense on the high post. Was that to try to limit Sessom or just to kind of take away some of their screens?
Well, we wanted to create layers, and our post players had to be higher up on the floor because they got two post players that could really stroke it from the outside. So we want to just be in place, create a layer if off of their penetration or being able to close out, especially on Joseph, who can really stretch the floor out and knock down some shots.
Matt Insel said his team was scared to death the first 8 minutes. When you got an opponent coming into this building with no seniors that young, I mean, do you tell your guys go right after them from the beginning and try to take advantage of that?
Well, I mean, we like to play basketball a certain way. We like to play inside out. We like to spread the floor a little bit. We try to get our shooters open shots and good looks out there. And we're playing really good defense nowadays. We're rotating well. We are making it difficult for most teams, but they just had a really hot player. Chandrika Sessoms was really a hard guard for us all night long, whether she was matched up against our perimeter players or our post players. But I like the mentality of our team, and I like the fact that Khadijah Sessions kind of quarterbacked it. She was playing at a different gear, seeing the floor, pushing the ball down the court. And when your point guard plays well, when both of them, Bianca gave us some great minutes too. When they play well, we play well overall as a team.
With that, Dawn, you guys got a lot of turnovers early, turned them into points. How much do you think that helped really set the tone of what you guys wanted to do?
We got a lot of energy from defending, turning them over, and converting in transition. A big part of our game that we've been working on, and I was glad to see the effects of it, because a lot of times you don't really see it in games, but this particular game, I thought we got out in transition and scored some easy buckets. We shared the ball found who should shoot it, and when it did, we got wide open shots.
Dawn, it seems like y'all play a ranked opponent every other day at this point, but this 3-game stretch you have coming up with A&M, Kentucky, and Connecticut, I mean, how do you look at that? I mean, do you think you're going to learn anything about your team you don't know already, or do you just look at it as 3 games in a certain span of time?
Well, I look at it as one game, and that's Texas A&M. Really, really important game for us for a lot of reasons. The standings, when you get down to the, end of February, tiebreakers, all of those things, play a part in our psyche. So the more distance that we can put between us and the next team in the SEC, will be great, because we want to win this league again. A lot of programs have, only 2 programs I think have won it 3 years in a row, and we want to be a part of that number because we feel like we got the players, we got the experience to do so. So, that's one of our goals.